is this frequency in use? This is Kilo 4 Bravo Whiskey Alpha net control for the Middle Tennessee Simplex net. This is net number 183. My name is Ricky and I'm located in Portland, Tennessee. Stations with emergency or priority traffic can break in any time. If there should be any emergency or priority traffic, we'll put the net on hold and help in any way we can. This net meets every Thursday at 7 p.m. You can also find us live on Facebook. All you have to do is go to Middle Tennessee Simplex 147555. Type it in just like that. We're live right now. You can also find us on YouTube. Type it in the same way. Middle Tennessee Simplex 147.555. This is an open topic net and is open to all FCC licensed amateur radio operators. The purpose of this net is to have fun and promote amateur radio use. If I do not acknowledge your call, please try again. Once again, any licensed amateur radio operator is welcome to check in. We do ask that you please follow all FCC Part 97 rules and regulations when identifying your station. We'll start the net tonight with announcements. If you have an announcement, please call now.
KM4YRF.
Oh, good evening, Mike. Go ahead.
I guess you know what I want.
Yeah, I do.
Plug in for the mid-tip phone net. And it happens on Sunday evening at 8 p.m. We start out at 28.415, the upper side band. Then we go from there to 29415 FM, and then from there over to 29250 for C4 FM.
That's happened before, Mike. It would mess me up.
Net is kind of laid back. We're just in it to see who can hear, who we can hear, and who can hear us, and to promote amateur radio use. We'd love to have anybody with 10 meter capability join us Sunday evening, 8 p.m., starting out at 28.415 upper side band.
Hey, Mike.
That's all I got, Ricky. Back to net control.
All right, Mike, appreciate that. And yeah, that would have messed me up. It's happened before. They played that trick on me on my Monday night net, and I really didn't know what to do. So yeah, if y'all wondering what I'm talking about, just check the comments out on Facebook, and you'll know. All right. While we were talking, Rick in Ashton City checking in, Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Thank you, Rick, for the check-in. All right, anybody else have announcements? Call now. All right. Well, I've got a couple of them, and I can tell by the people that check into this net, they like Simplex, so I'm going to promote a couple of Simplex nets for you. One comes out of Bowling Green, 146430 on Tuesdays and Friday nights at 7:30. Another one on Wednesdays and Saturday nights at 8 o'clock out of Mount Juliet, 146415. And then, of course, y'all know this one here is on Thursday nights at 7. So, as far as Simplex goes, for this little Middle Tennessee area and Lower Kentucky, we pretty much got Simplex covered all week. So, we encourage y'all to check in and check in regularly. All right, while I was talking, we had Eric, Kilo 4, Romeo Juliet Victor, checking in. Want to get him wrote down, try to keep up with him so they don't get behind. We have Joe. Could you put your call in there, and that way I can write it down in my log. But Joe is actually, when is the 10-meter net again? Sunday nights at 8 o'clock on 28.415. That's where they start out. They jump over to some other frequencies, and as long as you're there at the beginning of the net, you can follow them over to the other nets, or to the other frequencies if you have the capabilities. All right, let's see, I was in the middle of my announcements. Let me go ahead and remind everybody on Monday night at 7 o'clock is the Roundtable Net, and you can find it on the W4LKZ link repeater system. You can find a list of all the link repeaters by going to www.scara.net. All right, Joe, I got you. Juliet Sierra Charlie. All right, Joe, I got you in here. Whiskey 4 Juliet Sierra Charlie. Hope we answered that question for you. As far as the 10-meter, or well, actually it's the mid-10 phone net on Sunday nights at 8 o'clock. I got you checked in also. Whiskey 4 Juliet Sierra Charlie. All right, I think that's it, other than one more on that same W4LKZ link repeater system. If you want to check it out on Sunday nights at 6 o'clock, they have the Weekend Wind Down net. Very good net, a lot of radio related topics. They have a club calendar. They go through most of all of Middle Tennessee area and several different clubs and events that they promote. So if you want to know what's going on in the area, go to the Weekend Wind Down net. All right, anytime, Joe. I appreciate you coming in and following along live on Facebook. And if you get a chance, throw a call out. Let's see if we can get you in, pick you up on the radio. If not, maybe somebody can get you relayed in. So I appreciate you for doing that. All right, anybody else have announcements? Call now. All right, well, I've got a trivia question tonight. I think it's a good one. It might be a little tough. It might not. It is electronic related. So, maybe being ham operators, we do like our electronics. We show that by the way we operate radios and get into them and build them and repair them and all that good stuff. All goes along with the hobby. But so here it goes. In 1946, the very first United States computer was built in what state? Was it California, Texas, or Pennsylvania? I'm going to read it again. In 1946, the very first United States computer was built in what state? California, Texas, and or Pennsylvania. And reading it this way, it wasn't available to the public. So it was built for the United States Army towards the end of World War II, I believe. they started it and it got done around 1946. So it was built for the United States. But I want to know what state was it built? California, Texas, or Pennsylvania? All right, taking check-ins from anybody, anywhere. Call now.
K4WK.
Good evening, Steve. You jumping right in there. I believe maybe you know the answer to this one or got a good guess. Kilo 4, Whiskey Kilo Uniform. Go ahead.
Well, before I give you my answer, I have a relay. There's J4T Randy up there. I'll check in. And, let's see. It was 1946. What was the answers again?
All right, well, thank you for relaying Randy. Randy, I got you in here, if you can hear me. Appreciate the check-in and the relay. The question is in 1946, there was a computer built for the United States, and I'm asking, what state was it built in? Was it California, Texas, or Pennsylvania?
I'm going to say Pennsylvania. I don't know for sure, but just solid guess. First thought.
All right, Steve, got you in here for Pennsylvania. While I got you on here, everybody, you know, Steve is the one that runs the net on Tuesdays and Friday nights up there in Bowling Green on 146430. How'd you do Tuesday night?
I think I had 13 or 14 check-ins that night. My net's been trending up since I've been on Facebook.
Yeah, very good. Well, I know my Monday night net didn't do real well. I normally pull 14 plus, and that night I had 9, and one was after the net, so it was, I had just closed it out and he come in. So it was a really light night for me this week. I don't know if people got things going on or what's going on, but I mean, I'm not complaining. We got the net in and we had a good time, and you know, any check-ins are good check-ins, right?
You got that right. I'll take in and outs all day long.
That's right. But anyway, do you got any thing you'd like to share with the group tonight?
I haven't done hardly anything today. I was down to get a piece of jewelry put back in. And, that was pretty much it. Just got back here to the house and went out to eat this morning. But going out for lunch, Mellow Mushroom. I don't know if you've ever been to a Mellow Mushroom. You can find one of those. Good pieces. Other than that, pretty much it. Ricky just came back to the house and he's just here. Haven't even got out of my coat yet. Just walked in the house.
Well, thank you for coming in and thinking of me first. Well, thank you for coming in and thinking of the net and giving me that check-in. And Mellow Mushroom, it seemed like I heard of it. I might have been in there, but I can't really remember. It sounds good.
Well, if you ever get up to the Bowling Green and you're looking for a pizza, go to 11th and Chestnut, and that's where the store is at.
All right. Well, I do get up that way sometimes, so I'll give it a thought. We haven't been out to eat pizza in a long time. Usually I'll get store-bought, and that usually gets us by. And I'm telling you, it just gets us by. When you go into a restaurant and get one of those fresh baked ones, you know, they're the best.
Oh, yeah, you can't beat those. But anyway, I don't want to tie it up. Getting ready to try and wind down here, relax my back a little bit, relax and tighten it up. So we'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks for doing that. 8-4.
All right. Well, you heard it from Steve, K4WKU. Tomorrow night at 7:30, he'll be running that net up there in Bowling Green. And I tell you what, if you're down here in Middle Tennessee and if you could make it up there and get a check-in, or even if somebody like me is halfway between me and you, me and Steve, or between me and you and Steve, I'll relay you in and get you on in there and get his numbers up. So tomorrow night, 7:30, 146-430. Be sure to get over there and give him a check-in. All right. While we were talking, we got Mickey checking in, Kilo November 4 Whiskey Lima Mike, and we got Ken checking in, Kilo Quebec 4 Golf Papa Sierra. Now, I hope you all maybe participate, and if you don't get in over the airways, maybe you can give me the answer in the comments section on Facebook, and tell me which state was the very first state to make a computer for the United States. Was it California, Texas, or Pennsylvania? So while we wait, we're going to take some more check-ins from anybody, anywhere. Call now.
KM4YRF. My guess is Pennsylvania.
All right, Mike. I tell you what, I was surprised that y'all be leaning towards Pennsylvania this trivia question, because it seemed like everything electronic-wise was coming out of California, or what I mean computer-wise, for commercial use was coming out of California and Texas. So y'all kind of throwing me off with that Pennsylvania. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll let you have the answer here in a little bit. Mike, have you got anything you'd like to share with the group tonight?
No, not really. I have no clue. That was just a guess.
Well, me too, and I was guessing, and I didn't even think of Pennsylvania. Like I said, I growed up in California, and a lot of your Texas Instruments and all that stuff was come out of, I think, I always thought Texas. I don't know, it might have been Japan, but it kind of made you think it was from Texas. But yeah, I didn't even think about Pennsylvania.
Somewhere in the back of my mind, I think I remember something about somebody started that in their garage, and I may be wrong about that. I might be thinking about somebody else.
Well, you are, and yeah, they did. That was in California. That's why I said I was leaning more to California or Texas. I was not even considering Pennsylvania, because that was, but that was later. That was later on, and that was to give us our first commercial computers. So it wasn't built. This one that we have tonight, that is a trivia question, was built for the United States, and it was used by the military or the Army. Oh, Bob, you're back.
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, Bob, I'm glad you're home. Yeah. Let's see. Hello, Judy. Glad y'all made it home. All right. Well, we'll see. And while we were talking, Hummingbird Bob checking in, him and his wife. They got they're heading back. He ain't made it home yet. Okay, well, they'll be heading back tomorrow. And he's going to go with Pennsylvania also. So he's picking Pennsylvania. So yep. Bob, are you and Judy in agreement on this one? I'm trying to read it as I'm talking, and I guess you both are. You didn't say, I don't think. All right. Yeah. Okay. Randy is wanting to guess Texas. Okay, I got Texas for Randy. Yeah. See that's one of the one that I was thinking. All right, Steve. I got Randy picking Texas as Whiskey Juliet 4 Tango. All right. Let me go ahead and see if we got anybody else wanting to check in. Bob is saying yes, him and Judy are in agreement with Pennsylvania. All right, anybody else want to check in? We're taking check-ins from anybody, anywhere. If you got the answer to the trivia question, come on in here and give it to us. Call. Call now. I'm not hearing that one too good. Anybody else? I got a station I'm barely picking up, but I know they out there. Has anybody got a better copy on them?
I heard Danny, KD4GON.
Okay, Danny, yeah, I barely heard you, but I'm thinking that you said you're taking Pennsylvania. All right, I got you in here, Danny. Kilo Delta 4, Golf Oscar November, picking Pennsylvania, and then again, Bob and Judy, they picked Pennsylvania. So let me see if anybody else has added anything to the comments. No. So this is Kilo 4, Bravo Whiskey Alpha, and this is the Middle Tennessee Simplex Net. We are live right now on Facebook. All you got to do is type it in just like that. Middle Tennessee Simplex Net 147.555. Come join us on Facebook. And if you're having trouble getting into me over the radio, you can jump in there on the comments and we'll try to get you in here. Hopefully we get somebody to relay you in if it's possible. So, check-ins, call now.
AC9IM.
Well, hello, Steve. I tell you what, AC9IM. This trivia question tonight is, I would feel like this would be right up your alley.
Now, why do you think that?
Well, I don't know. It just seems like you're up to date on a lot of, well, I know you are on radios. There's a lot of stuff comes up about radios and things that you have good knowledge on. And this is a electronics type question. So, I don't know. It's just I have a good feeling that you might know the answer.
That's a little bit before my time. 1946. When I think about how covert the government is, they lie about everything every day. I'm sick and tired of this peace president. I got to add that one in there. I'm sick and tired of it. But what came to my mind, and I'll take a guess, I'm going to go with California.
Well, Steve, that's the one I went with. Might as well let everybody know what I picked also. And I did mainly because of the fact that, like Mike mentioned earlier, that they were the ones out there that came out with the first computer for commercial use, for us, for all the public to use. Of course, this one that we asked a question about was built specially for the government. And, oh, dang, I said that, didn't I, word? Okay, well, it was made for the United States. So yeah, it's that was my first thought, and that's kind of like what I went with. And like I said, I play along just like y'all. I don't know the answer when I ask the question. So, and a lot of times I come up with these ideas just by Googling it, and I kind of figure out which one I think it is, and then I looked for the answer, and there you go. So I didn't know either until I looked it up. All right, Steve, I hope you're staying warm up there tonight in Scottsville.
Oh yeah, that slot machine gas meter outside is something really good. But, I'll jump back here in a bit. Let's see who else we can get out here. AC 9 AM.
All right. Well, I got Steve picking Cal Kami Forma yeah. There, I got it. But Mickey came in. He's saying Texas. KM4 Whiskey Lima Mike. We got him in here picking Texas. So we've got a few picking Texas. And I can't remember if Joe picked or not. I'm going to have to scroll back up here and look. Yeah, I don't see that he picked one. So anyway, that was Whiskey for Juliet Sierra Charlie. So anyway, all right. Anybody else want to jump in here? We're looking for check-ins. Call now.
Kilo Romeo 4, Echo Tango Tango. This is Paul in Portland.
All right, Paul, I got you in here. Kilo Romeo 4, Echo Tango Tango. Checking in. Do you have an idea about the trivia question tonight?
I'm going to go with Texas for Texas Instruments. That's the first thing that jumped in my head. I think they were early on the computers, so it made sense to me.
Yeah, if you try to figure it out and go with, like, okay, it was built pretty much for the military. Everybody knows Texas is a military state. I mean, everything, they're probably, I think, they're probably one of the most patriotic states out there. It seemed like I heard that one time. But, and for them to get together and try to build a computer for the United States around the World War II era, I think it was started in 1945 and got released to be used in February of 1946. So yeah, that was one that I was leaning towards too, but then California just kind of, it stuck in my mind as to being real good with electronics and stuff like that. You know, they were the first ones out there to come up with our laptops and computers that we use today, to basically come out with one that was used for the public. Well, Paul, do you have anything you'd like to share with the net tonight?
No, sir. I believe I'm good. I appreciate you doing this. Have a good evening.
All right. We have, let's see, Chris is asking, what frequency? Are you talking about the frequency? I'm not sure what you mean. They've got a comment. If you're looking for, I don't remember, ask if somebody said something about frequency. If you're wondering what frequency we're on right now, we're on 146. I mean, we're on 147.555, if that's the one you're looking for. So if you're asking for something else, give me a little more information of what are you asking for. All right, Chris, give me a call sign while you're there. That way I can get you in the logbook and give me another number. All right, Paul, again, thank you very much for checking in. That was Kilo Romeo 4, Echo Tango Tango. And I had somebody to comment, and I was trying to figure out what he was asking for. So, and if you're wanting to get into Middle Tennessee Simplex Net, we're on 147-555. It's all in the name. All right. Anybody else want to get into the net tonight? Please call now.
Kilo Romeo 4 Delta X-Ray Lima. He is in Portland.
Kilo Romeo 4 Delta X-Ray Lima. Almost got tongue-tied there for a second. Ben, right here up here in Portland. We had a couple back-to-back Portlands. I hope you heard the question. If not, I'll read it again.
Yes, sir, I heard it, and I'm going to go with Texas. I don't know why I'm taking it, but it seems like a reasonable answer.
All right. Well, I got you down for Texas, and so yep, it's kind of Texas and Pittsburgh both is kind of running neck to neck tonight so far, and we have let's see. Well, let me just ask you this: do you have anything else you'd like to add to the net tonight?
Nothing else for the net tonight. Just waiting on my delivery update for my antenna so I can possibly catch Steve up there in Bowling Green. Past that, just getting ready to put the kiddos down to bed. You have a good one, Ricky. I'll be listening, and 7:30 to you, and we'll talk to you later. KR4 DXL.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. Yep, get them youngins to the bed. They need that sleep. It makes them grow. You can tell that I didn't get enough. I didn't grow very big. All right. Well, we've got a couple other ones checking in. We got Chris, and evidently he must be mobile, or he's telling me about where he lives, but he's pretty far off. So I doubt we'll get him relayed in here. He's on. He's on exit 22 on 65. So I don't know which way that runs. I guess it runs, he's all the way down there in almost Memphis area, I guess. So he's just following along on Facebook. So his call is Kilo Romeo 4 Delta Whiskey Alpha. We're checking him anyway. His name is Chris, and we do appreciate him coming in here. And we also picking up Paul. Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. Everybody needs to remember that he does the Mount Juliet net on Wednesdays and Saturday nights on 146415. So be sure to check with him at 8 o'clock on Wednesdays and Saturday nights. And oh, so he's up there by you, 65? Oh, okay, that's running north. He's on exit 22 going north. So, okay. Yeah, it threw me off. I wasn't sure which way it runs. So that's actually starts over once it gets past Tennessee, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, is he mobile? Have you heard him try to check in?
No, sir, I have not. He says he's in Connersville, Tennessee right now.
Okay, well, I'm not really sure. I don't even know if I've ever heard of that city in Tennessee, so I'm not sure where that's at. But anyway, we got him in here, and he's following along with the comments, and he's sharing his thoughts on there. So we'll take that, and we do appreciate him getting to the Facebook page and following along live. I did check him in. Kilo Romeo 4 Delta Whiskey Alpha. We got you in here, Chris. And then again, we got Paul, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. And I was going to tell you all that he does the net on Saturday nights at 8 o'clock on 146415. All right. So he's an hour south of Nashville. Okay, well, he's a good ways away. I don't know if anybody could relay him in or not, but if you want to give a holler out, Chris, go ahead now. We'll see if somebody can hear you. So, Paul, you're up in Massachusetts. You be careful up there. It gets cold. All right, I'm not hearing anything. Did anybody else hear Chris maybe trying to check in? He's about an hour south of Nashville. I don't know if anybody over there heard him trying to check in. If you did, relay him. All right, I guess you're just a little too far out, Chris. We'll try again another time. Next Thursday night. We'll try it then. Maybe you'll be in a different location. Oh, Paul, that's not one of the choices. The choices are California, Texas. Yeah, I know it. It's either... The choices are Texas, California, or Pennsylvania. You had me messed up. I thought you was in Massachusetts. Or Maine. No, you said Massachusetts. All right. Well, he gets his answer right. We'll move on. All right. Well, we're, I don't know. Hey, I'm using a different radio tonight. How's it sound, everybody?
Sounds good up here. Sounds like normal. Sounded pretty good across the street.
Yeah. Well, I changed it over to my, let's see, the, that Yaesu 6000. And it only goes to 50 watts. And the reason why I did that is because what Steve said the other night about how he's kind of maybe burned up some of his radio. He's got one 2980, I think it is, like I do, that's got the 60 watts. And I think that maybe I'm not getting all the wattage that I used to get, because it's got hot and hot and hot so much over time that maybe it's lost some of its potential wattage. So I decided I'd try this new radio and see if I get better use out of it, because when I hooked it to my I'm thinking my I can't even think of what the name of it is. Somebody help me out. It's where you boost your watts.
It's an amplifier.
Yeah, saying I don't have 25 watts on that 2890 or whatever it is. So it only does 35. I think it's 10, 35, 50, or 10, 5, 10, 35, and 60. I think that's what it goes to. So when I put it on to amp, it only takes 25, but it doesn't kick it out. So at 35 watts, it runs just like like it was 25 watts. So I'm thinking that I'm probably not getting, I'm going about the long way of saying it, but I'm not getting the watts out of my 2980 like I should. So I appreciate that, y'all giving me a report. All right, well, he says I'm sounding good, Paul. Glad you can hear me. All right, Paul guessed California for his guess. All right, this is K4BWA looking for check-ins. Anybody, anywhere, call now. All right, yeah, thank you, Mike, for helping me figure that out. My brain sometimes just quits on me, and I can't seem to remember something that I'm looking right at, and I can't place what it is. It happened. It happens more often than not here lately. My brain just kind of stops working, and I needed somebody to help me out there. All right. I was actually thinking about hooking my amplifier up to this one that I'm using now, and try it out and see how it does and works maybe another night. All right, K4BWA, another try one more time for check-ins. If not, I'm going to give the answer to the trivia question tonight. Please call now. All right. Well, we've had a good night tonight, and we've got quite a few check-ins. I do appreciate everybody that tried to check in, or did check in, or made an attempt to check in. We got you in here best way we could. So the trivia question tonight was, which state was the first United States computer built? Was it California, Texas, or Pennsylvania? And I'm going to tell you, if you picked California like I did, you were wrong. And I was wrong. It wasn't California. And if you picked Texas, you was wrong. Everybody, it was Pennsylvania, and it was made by Moore University. Let me pull it up here real quick, and I'll give you some details on that. It was a university, Moore School of Engineering. I get it out of there if I get my tongue out of the way. In Pennsylvania, Moore School of Engineering was the first one in 1946 to build the first United States computer, and it was on February of 1946. It was completed in 1945, but it wasn't unveiled until 1946. It was built during World War II, and it wasn't a commercial computer. So there you go. That's the answer. For those that got it right, go ahead and give yourself a yahoo!
Yahoo!
Y'all deserve it. I tell you what, I would have never picked Pennsylvania.
I was wrong about it being invented in somebody's garage. That was something else, but my guess was right. That's all that counts.
That's right. Yeah, well, you were right if we was asking which one was made for the public. And that was built in somebody's garage. I think it was in 1951 was when that kind of started. I actually had the information on that one too, but I can't seem to find it at the moment. But it was. Hang on a minute, I might still have it. And Paul, and you're right. Okay, the first commercial computer, the UNIVAC-1, delivered in 1951. So it was like a I can't seem to get this thing to scroll down. Oh, I know why. It's a picture. Sorry, I'm not logged into that. All right, Paul's saying it probably weighed about 4 tons, and I guarantee you it weighed about 4 tons because those things took up a whole room. I mean, a big room. It's kind of lined the walls because I remember seeing pictures of them. All right, so there we go. And we're a little bit more educated, I mean, and we have a little bit idea. You know, I didn't even know that they came out with them computers that early, to be honest with you. I didn't think they got going until the 60s. But evidently, you know, the Army always gets everything first, or the military. They always get everything that's new coming on the market, and the computers evidently had started to make their appearance around 1945. In the beginning of 1946, so I didn't know that, and now we do. So my next question is do you think they got that information on how to build computers off that Roswell crash when they were able to get that flying saucer and have it and take it to the base and look it over and get that technology from that? I mean, it's a good question.
I don't think anybody will ever know that except those who know.
Yeah, I mean, really, I mean, if you think about it, how the technology has boomed, and you know, we can just say we got smarter. That's the easy way. But there you go, Bob. You can say we got smarter, but I mean, think about it. That thing crashed, I think it was around 42 or 44 or 5, or I can't remember exactly when it hit the ground, and they had that big thing. I think it was a 42 or 43 or something. But you think about the technology as how much it's boomed since they had that. And there was just too many witnesses saying that there was stuff that was covered and it was took to the base. I mean, it's just a lot of secrecy going on about that. And if it was just a weather balloon and everything like they said it was, why was it being guarded and covered and protected like it was? I mean, anytime you're that sneaky about something, there's usually something going on that they don't want us to know, right?
Yep. What else is known?
But anyway, if you think about how much our technology has advanced since that date, and I can't pinpoint it just right now. Maybe somebody's got that ain't got a mic going on. They can look it up. But if you think about our technology, the way it's boomed since that thing crashed, compared to how fast it advanced before the crash, you can definitely say we got something from somewhere.
We are never told the level of technology that they do have at the top.
Well, I think that cloaking that device that we now use on some of our aircraft came from that. There's just to me that kind of makes sense to me that they were able to come up with that fairly easy, and I think they were using it a lot longer before we realized we had it. I mean, that goes on a lot too. It's kind of like the question we had tonight about the computer coming out for the United States in 1946. I wonder when people knew about it. I mean, the minute the military got it and started using it, do you think that people back in 1947 knew it? Do you think it was possible that they just said, hey, we got this computer we're using for military? I mean, I wonder how long it was there before anybody knew it.
We don't even know if that's true.
I hear you, Steve. I mean, what is true? Let's just go there. What is true? I don't think anybody knows what's true.
What's not true now?
Yeah, there you go.
Something that the government tells us happened.
Yeah.
So for a decent, quick education, go watch the movie Wag the Dog.
Well, let me go ahead and bring Steve up, other Steve, W4, K4WKU. Steve, well, I was talking about how much a lot of times the military gets equipment, gets things that we don't even know. I was talking about cloaking the aircraft, being able to cloak themselves, and I said, how long have they been doing that before we even knew that they had it available to them? And I was thinking that a lot of stuff we got advanced a whole lot more after that crash in Roswell, when that alien crash happened, and our technology just kind of seemed to have a boom. And I mentioned that like that computer, when the military gets everything first before the public does, and it's kind of like that. We're finding out about that computer, and we're having a trivia question about it. And I just wondered if the people knew about that computer back in 1946. I mean, they may have not knew the military had a computer until 1950 or 60. I mean, that would have been probably something they kept quiet.
I don't know. I just walked back in on the conversation. I'm just trying to figure out what was going on.
Roger that. Well, you know what? It happens. And then I think Steve, the other Steve, AC9IM, said something about, well, what do we know? How do we know anything's true? What the government tells us. They just want us to know what they want us to know, and we usually just have to accept it, pretty much, because I mean, here it is, 2026, and we still don't even know if that was a real aircraft that crashed in Roswell, or if it was a real alien craft, or was it hot air balloon, weather hot air balloon. So look how long we've been kept in the dark about that.
So a quick
Well, it's already went up higher than I thought it would. I figured it'd start dropping. It would. I mean, sooner or later, it's going to. It's like right now, if you're holding out to the very end and then selling, you know, I don't know what I would do. It seemed like I would probably cash in, then wait for it to drop again, which it will, and then rebuy after it drops and take that interest and profit out of it that I would have, and either buy more gold or you know, go that route, buy more gold.
Well, keep in mind that the metal prices that haven't gone up for a very long time. They're simply showing you how decreased the purchasing power of that toilet paper dollar is.
Right, that's what I was. That's the point I was making. Right now, if I had a lot of gold, I would sell it, because the prices of gold doesn't stay high for long periods of time. It doesn't ever drop back low like it was before it started going up. No, it doesn't drop back that low, but it usually drops down. Like if it started out around 2,500 and it goes to 3,500, it may drop back down to roughly 2,700 or something like that. It never really drops back to where it started, and but it does drop, and it stays dropped for a while until it has a big boom again. And that's why I said if I had a bunch of gold, I would sell it now while it was 4,600, and then wait for it to drop down to roughly 3,000 and or 3,500, and then buy it up again. You know, do it that way. So that way you'd get more gold, and then you can do it again later, and it'd be a way of actually increasing your wealth. Of course, I wouldn't sell it all off. I would go about half of it, you know, and you never sell it all, you know. But like you said, it's in the past. It has never stayed that high for that long of a period of time. So anyway, it's your gold. Do what you want with it. I was just telling you what I would think that I would do. I would sell about half of it, get that cash, reinvest it when the prices drop. All right, it's kind of getting the equity out of it. It's kind of like one way of always increasing your amount or your quantity, and also kind of pulling equity out of it where you can actually use it for stuff. All right, well, I don't have much else. I've already rattled till I've done rattled out. So anybody else have anything they'd like to add, or we will take check-ins if you are out there and want to check in. Call now. All right. Well, we're not gonna hang around. I think we've already got all the check-ins that we're gonna get. We've got 16, and time duration of looky there, 1 minute to 8. Well, by the time I get out of here, it'll be 8 o'clock, I'm sure. So I'm gonna say time duration 1 hour. And I do want to thank everybody that took the time out to check in and play along with the trivia question and make comments and make this net what it is. And I hope you had fun, because that's what I do it for. I like to have fun and not be serious. I tell you, don't get serious. Just have a good time. And we just keep it fun. All right. At this time, I'm going to return this frequency back to its normal amateur radio use. This is Kilo 4, Bravo Whiskey Alpha, saying good night and God bless.
Right before you queue up the last
time I saw somebody key up right before you.
Oh, do we got somebody trying to check in? Go ahead.
I can hear you in Scottsville. Are you copying him, Rick?
No, I'm not getting anything here.
That's Whiskey Lima Mike.
Yeah, that's Mickey. I'm not hearing him.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, go ahead and check him in there, Rick.
All right. Well, I thought I recognized him. Kilo November 4, Whiskey Lima Mike. Got you in here, Mickey. Appreciate it. Yeah, you took Texas, and I hope you heard the answer. I'm not sure, but I think he did. All right, Bob, I'm getting off here too. Good night, brother. We'll see you when you get home. God bless you. Safe travels. Pray God. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Kilo November 4, Whiskey. No, I was fixing to do Mickey's call again. Kilo 4, Bravo Whiskey Alpha. I'm clear. Good night, everybody.
How many check-ins did you get, Rick?
Oh, we had a wonderful night. 16.
Okay, that'll work. All right, that's about dinner time for me. I'll leave you with this. The Trump administration says that the U.S. taxpayers will pay $83 billion to build Venezuela's oil infrastructure that will benefit oil companies. Oil companies will invest $100 billion, us $83 billion. So there you go. AC9AM.
Well, I think I'll ponder on that a little bit. All right, Steve. God bless you, brother. We'll get with you again next time around.
Sounds good, bud.
Good night, everybody. Thanks a lot for following along live. Y'all pray for Bob. He's going to be heading home here, and they're going to be wanting safe travels. Keep them lifted up in your prayers. All right, him and his wife Judy. So, yep, I'll be keeping you in my mind, my prayers, Bob, Judy. Good night.